Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Brandy and Minnie, and what we're going to be showing you today on video is Minnie's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction, and the only correction that we use here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Minnie's going to come home with her very own training collar, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session with Brandy tomorrow. Now, if you notice, Minnie is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Minnie heel. Now at this point, Minnie has a job to do, and that is to stay focused on you when you're walking with her. And when you stop your feet, she's been taught to sit and wait for her next command. So if you're walking with her and you stopped across the street, or you stop to talk to someone, she should be sitting nicely at your left and waiting for her next command. Minnie has to be forced to be a dog, and she has to be forced to be a lady. She is just a little bit of a nervous, shy girl, and it comes out as aggression if she is cornered into a situation that she's not comfortable with. So nice heeling, make her walk everywhere that you go, and when she's barking at things or at people, you tell her no and you give her a tug on her training collar. This is going to be a process with Minnie. It's not an overnight thing because she's not a puppy. So she's been allowed to get away with this for too long, and these are the first steps in trying to correct that. So Brandy has her sit, and the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. It is a one-word command. Stay. So Brandy leaves her in a sit stay, and you can practice this indoors as well as outdoors, in your store, wherever you are. Practice these stationary exercises. Teaches her to have self-control. When Brandy returns back to her, she walks all the way around her as an additional distraction, returning back to that heel position where they started, and that's when Minnie expects to get another command, and they take off heeling again. Brandy's talking to her, as giving her encouragement. She's going to leave her in another sit stay. She walks all the way out to the end of her 6-foot training leash, and this time we're going to do the come on command. She uses her leash as a guide, and Minnie comes right in and sits and gets praised for a good job. She does not get praised or loved for barking or being aggressive. For that, she gets that little tug and correction. And Brandy will leave her again in another sit stay, and she'll demonstrate that come on command again. She's going to call her. She uses her leash to guide her in, and she comes in and sits. Very nice. Not coming in and jumping up to get picked up. Coming in and sitting nicely. Now with your dog at heel position, we're going to demonstrate her down command. So you're going to use your left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. Now she got up, so Brandy's going to tell her no, down, stay. And then she walks out in front of her. Now, there was a squirrel in the next yard that made a noise, and she startled and got up, but that's okay. We don't get mad. We just say no, down, stay. If you have to stand in a little closer to get her to maintain that stay, that's okay for now. When Brandy returns back to her, she walks all the way around her, just as she did on the sit stay, returning all the way back around to heel position, and she's going to give her the heel command, and that's Minnie's signal to get up and walk. And Brandy, you can't probably hear her, but Brandy's talking to her, telling her she's a good girl. She's going to demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time. Very nice. That was very good. And when you see the dog get into that more comfortable, relaxed position where she throws those hips out to one side, that's your indication that she's kind of going to stay there. So I want you to work all the way up to a 3-minute long down stay. This time Brandy's going to call her out of this command. Good girl. Right in and sitting. Perfect. And she gets praised for that. So no more needy Minnie. Now we're going to attempt to do it down from a distance. This is a little bit harder command, and Brandy isn't going to go too far away, but she's going to leave her in a sit stay. She's going to turn to face her, and she's going to tell her to down from a distance, and that was very well done for Minnie. Whoops. No, sit down. Good. So if you notice through the whole thing, Brandy kept her composure. She didn't get upset. So Minnie takes her cue from Brandy on how to be a good girl. And she has done a fabulous job. If I didn't think that you were missing her to death and would probably die if she couldn't go home tomorrow, I would keep her just a little bit longer. But we're going to continue to work with you at home. She's done a great job in a short period of time. We will see you tomorrow, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.